I know it hasn't been very easy. I've been too busy. I've had a lot of work and I've been unable to upload a video. Please welcome back. From now, I promise to upload at least a video every day. We are almost entering into the holidays, which simply means there will be more time for me. I was too busy because we had practicals and the final exams for the students, promotion exams, because we are soon going for holidays. Then practicals for official exams. Please stay tuned. I'm sure some of you have been wondering what is happening. I am back. I am going to be there to teach you those little accounting tricks, how to manage your own business, how to speak the language of business so that you'll be able to succeed and achieve something at the end of the period. So in today's video, I'm going to continue from where I stopped. My last video was talking about the trial balance. What the trial balance is, the advantages of a trial balance and the uses of a trial balance. So in today's video, I'm going to continue with the trial balance. I'm going to take a practical case of a trial balance, like this case. You will see here that this case is already a summary of the ledger account balances. With this summary, I'm going to use this ledger account balances to prepare a trial balance. Since these balances are already extracted and given to us, I'm going to be using the principle which states that all assets and all expenses are expected to have a debit balance at the end of the period, because they are actually the uses of funds. And then all liabilities, revenue and capital, they are expected to have a credit balance at the end of the period. So we'll see these balances here. You will see we have capital, we have account receivable, we have so many other items. So we are going to pick up this account and then we prepare a trial balance with it. So stay tuned. Price, and then the name of the table you are preparing, then the element, the debit and the credit amount. As you can see here, I've written the elements, the debit and the credit amount. So you start with the element. The first element was capital. Capital is expected to have a credit period, so we credit it. owned by the enterprise. That means like a property of the enterprise. That they have used those sources of funds and what generates money into the business, what generates funds are credited. So we have sales of goods. Sales of goods is the main revenue of the business, so it is credited. We also have the next one, which is rent paid. Rent paid is obviously taking out cash from the business, which is an expenditure. One of the expenses are expected to have a debit balance at the end of the period. Then we have wages and salaries as well. These are some of the expenses that make the enterprise's cash to go out. These are one of the main expenses, wages and salaries of an enterprise. So is debited. Then we have purchases of goods. Purchase of goods as well is the main expenditure of an enterprise. A business cannot function without buying and selling goods. So buying is an expenditure and then selling is an income. So since the purchases of goods is an expense, it is going to be debited. Then we have the next one, which is interest. Oh, I spelled and did not spell properly. Interest received. This interest received, this is one of the account that generates income into the enterprise. It is a revenue. So we carry it to the credit side. And you will discover that there are so many accounts here. And these accounts at the end of the day are going to prove whether the double entry was properly recorded using the transactions into the ledger account. Unfortunately, I just took a question that has already been analyzed to save time. We have the next one, interest paid. It is something that is taking out cash out of the business. So it's definitely going to be debited. So in some cases, you can just put interest. And then interest on the debit side will signify that is interest paid. And then interest on the credit side will also signify that is interest received. Then the next one is account payables, which is also known as the supplier or the creditor or trade payables. Sorry, I went and debited it. This is a debt of an enterprise, not an own thing of an enterprise. So I'm going to correct it as I proceed. You will see the next one is account receivable. It's from here I discovered that I recorded it wrongly. So you see the account receivable is an asset because the enterprise is expecting money from those customers. The customers are owing. It is their money. So the customers are the properties of a business. So they are assets of the business. So I've corrected the accounts payable because accounts payable is a debt to the enterprise. Means the enterprise is owing the suppliers and they are bound to repay. They are bound to pay back the money. So it's expected to have a credit balance at the end of the period. Then we have the next one, which is bank loan. Bank loan, that means the enterprise obtained a loan from the bank. Is actually a debt to the enterprise. All the debts of an enterprise are credited. All the debts that the enterprise is owing are going to be on the credit side. And these debts are known as liabilities. So we have to credit the bank loan. Then we have the next account. This loan account, the space was big, and since I'm using WPS, it was actually disturbing. The next account is a drawing account. This drawing account is going to be debited because it's actually something that makes cash to go out of the business. As you can see here, drawing is actually debited. Drawing is the act of the proprietor taking money out of the business for non-business use, that's for personal use. Then the next one, we have return inward. Return inward refers to the goods that were returned, maybe because they were damaged, because they don't match conformity, and other reasons. So the goods, here we have return inward, which simply means the goods were returned back into the enterprise. So when the goods were sold, it was a revenue to the business. And now, since the goods are returned inwards, that revenue is going to drop. So it is going to be debited. Then the next one, we have return outwards. It acts the same as return inwards. It is an adjustment to purchases account. So it's going to be credited as well. Since the purchases was debited, we are going to credit the return award account. The next one was land and building. Land and building is a property of an enterprise. It's an own thing of an enterprise. So it's expected to have a debit balance at the end of the period. Then the next one is account is equipment. So equipment is also a property of an enterprise and is expected to have a debit balance. So we are going to debit the amount 260,000 on the debit. Remember, the purpose of preparing this trial balance is to make it in such a way that when the trial balance is prepared, it can be used in the preparation of financial statements, and it is also used to verify the double entry principle. It is also used to see if the business has not committed an error. Then at the end here, we put totals. They are going to have totals. The debit is supposed to be equal to the credit. So when I sum on both sides, I had 2,111,400. So it's going to be equal. The debit is going to be equal to the credit side. So please stay tuned, and if you have any question, any worry, you ask, you leave the questions in the comment section. So this is how after preparing the trial balance, this is how it looks like. So as an accountant, it's always good to put hyphens in these spaces that you have not seen anything, so that somebody cannot come in and help you to manipulate your figures, and at the end of the period, your accounts are not equal. So once you have seen a case like this, in the case of cash at bank, which is said on the credit side, always put your hyphen there so that nobody can tamper with it. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos coming up. And if you have any question, you want anything that I need to help you, don't hesitate to leave in the comment section. I love you all, and God is that we are going to help you grow. Thank you for watching. Love you. And if you are also coming across my channel for the first time, don't forget